How's the pre-season, bro?
Pre-season, yeah, it's good. I actually back doing a little bit of training after doing nothing for 6 months and just having a few beers and not eating real well, but I'm certainly glad that I'm not doing it as a full-time job anymore, running this heat.
Browny, obviously tumultuous time in Queensland and Australian sport at the moment. What's your sort of take on what's been going down the past week or so?
Oh, it is. It's I suppose it probably doesn't really totally surprise everyone, does it? It's in society, drugs are a big problem. It's always going to find its way into professional sport, especially when the people who are involved are on big wages and obviously very public profile. So there's a lot of temptation for the young athletes nowadays, or for any professional athlete, that is. So, if you look at all the professional athletes around Australia, it's a big number. Not sure what they do, whether the penalties have to get harder. I'm not sure the answer. I'm not a real expert on drugs, but potentially they need to look at the penalties being tightened up a little bit more because it's obviously maybe it's not working at the moment.
Can you see why young people do it when there's so much pressure, not just to meet physical guidelines and stuff?
Well, I can understand it because it's in society and whether it's cool to do it, but I can't understand why you do it when you're a professional sportsman. Whether you're out in the town with your mates or to make your body look better. I used to have plenty of beers during my footy career, and it never affected my skin folds, and it's never affected blokes' skin folds that I've played with. And AFL is a very strenuous sport, so for me that would be just a cop out. So I just don't understand it. I think we're in a very privileged and lucky position to be getting paid to play the sports that we love, and part of that comes making sacrifices.
Browny's 2 days a week here at the Lions. How's the young forward line shaping up, the sort of young blokes you're working with?
They're coming along really well. Unfortunately, John O'Freeman's had a back injury, so he'll miss the first 3 months of the season, which has been pretty disappointing. He'd come back in really fit condition, but the rest of the guys are looking good. It is probably the most experienced part of the ground, which is good for me. I enjoy being able to work with them and being able to pass on some tips, but certainly we'll have to be bolstered. Our goal kicking will have to be bolstered by the midfield, no doubts, this year, but we've got a lot of good goal kicking midfield, especially the inclusion of Dane Beams and obviously Daniel Rich coming back from a knee reconstruction as well.
What's all this farewell lunch stuff about, mate? What's doing?
Well, yeah, it's a farewell lunch. I'm looking forward to a farewell lunch on March 31st at the Convention Centre, just to, I suppose, a send-off from to the fans, and it should be good fun, actually. Go through some of the memories of my career, and I'll talk about with Lee Matthews and a few other people on stage. Should be a really good day, and just get to have a final beer with all the supporters and all the people that come along for the lunch. So it should be a really good day, and I won't have to worry about training the next day, so I might be able to let my hair down a little bit.
You're still going to see him telly about 4 days a week, though, aren't we?
Yeah, that's right. So, you'll be sick of me pretty quick, but no, I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a big part of my life, this footy club, and been here for a 15-year playing career, and my father Brian played for the Lions as well, so been involved with it all my life, and I really hope that the footy club we showed last year was starting to show signs of improvement. I really hope this great club can get back to being successful in finals again.
You saw Blackie go through it last year. You noticed any of your former teammates will stitch you up?
Well, it's nothing that wouldn't have been said before, I reckon. I've been roasted plenty of times, mate, but looking forward to a few of the ex-teammates coming along, and it was one of the things that it was hard to do, to enjoy your time with your retired teammates, especially the premiership reunions, because I was still playing. But now I'm retired along with the rest of the boys, and have a few beers and we can relax, and you can actually reflect upon your career. One of Lee Matthews' big things he drove us on during the premiership years was that we never looked back, so never really have had an opportunity to reflect on my career and some of the successes I was involved in along the way until I've been able to retire, and so it's good to be able to look back and tell a few stories and have a laugh and think, geez, I was pretty lucky to have played 15 years.